Hi, this is Lewis from Create Like the Pros. In this quick tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can edit iPhone photos using your built-in photo app on your iPhone. So let me show you how that works. Alright, let's start by opening our Photos app. And then let's choose a photo we want to edit. I'm going to start with this one right here. Then on the bottom, you can see there's a little button with 3 lines and 3 dots. We're going to click that. And now we can start editing it. So I always start with exposure. I want to get it to the brightness that I like. So I kind of like right around there. Brilliance just makes your photo either come more alive or makes it a little bit darker. I'm just going to leave it at 2 right now. Highlights, I think those look good. Shadows, let's bring up some of our shadows so we get a little bit more information. In the end, this will actually make it a lot more colorful. Contrast, I think that looks good. I'm okay with it for now. Let's take a look at brightness. I think that looks good. Black point. So this basically just brings your blacks, makes them darker or lighter. So you could make them a little bit darker, which makes it look a little bit more rich. So we'll just go with 5. And then saturation is just gonna choose if your photo is more colorful or darker. And then vibrance is gonna do kind of a similar thing, but it's more selective. So let's go ahead and make that saturation a little bit more vivid. I also want to make the photo a little bit warmer, so let's adjust this right here. And now I'm going to adjust my saturation just a little bit. Alright, tint would either make your photo more green if you go this way to the left, or more red if you go to the right. In this case, I think I'm going to make it a little bit more red. Make it plus 15. Sharpness, if I zoom in here, you can see if I make it a little bit sharper, you just get a little bit more details. You don't want to make it too sharp or the photo starts to get kind of noisy. So we'll just go with plus 20 for now. And then definition just kind of defines the photo a little bit more. I don't necessarily use it too much because it does seem to remove a lot of the color. So I'm going to leave that at 0. And then in this case, we don't really have too much noise to reduce. So I'm not going to add any noise reduction. I can show you what that does though. So if you look right here and I start to go up, it's just going to remove that noise. But it also starts to make the photo look a little bit more fake. So I try not to use that too often unless it's really noisy. And then a vignette would just add darkness or lightness around edge of the photo. So if you wanted, a little bit more darkness around there, or if you wanted it brighter, I think we're just gonna make it a tad bit darker. And then let me go back to my shadows. I'm gonna make those a little bit brighter. I feel like the shadows really make the photo come alive. Alright, I think that looks good. So let's finish that one. We're gonna hit done. Then let's edit one more photo. So I'm gonna choose this photo right here. I like this photo. I'm gonna hit the edit icon. Alright, so let's make it a little bit brighter. And then I think we need to bring the highlights down just a little bit. If I zoom in right here, you can see they're a little bit too bright. So we're gonna bring those down. And then we're gonna go to shadows. Let's bring those up. And on this photo, I am gonna add a little bit of contrast. Plus 20. Brightness. I think the brightness looks pretty good. I'm not gonna adjust that. Black point. I think that looks good. Saturation looks good. Vibrance. I do feel like there's a little too much red in the tomatoes, so I'm going to bring those down just a little bit. And then I'm gonna make the photo slightly more warm. And then let me see the tint. I think the tint looks good right now. Sharpness, we could add a little bit more sharpness around the bacon right here. Right there, I think looks nice. I don't think it needs any definition. The noise looks good. Could add a little bit of a vignette. Alright, I think that looks good. So let's hit done. Alright, well that's basically it. Now you know how to edit photos using your iPhone. Go ahead and look and see how those photos came out that we just edited. And if you like this tutorial, make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks.